Okay, now I'm going to do a demo for the ModSolid BayBuild application that we built for the modular home construction company called ModSolid. This application is used to uh, track their production process and resources. And so first, let me log in as a normal user. So there's two different rows that you can log in with. There's normal user and admin user. I'm going to log in as a normal user just to first show you the basic layout of this application. So right now we're logged in, and on the home page we can see that this is the production line layout of this modular home construction company. And there are, as you can see, there are around about 30 construction bays inside the production line. And usually, if you start building a house will start its work in bay 20 and move its way up all the way up to bay number 1 and gets out uh, at at door 2. And sometimes it'll end earlier. Maybe sometimes it can uh, be finished at bay 4 or sometimes bay 8. So, and as you can see, some of these construction bays are already occupied by houses. And on here, on the right, there is a legend explaining what's being showed in here. And so if you look at a house card, if it's white, it means that the work in the bay is not started. And if it says in progress, that means the work in this bay has started. And then once the work in the bay is done, it'll be moved to the next status, which is a QA required. And it's gonna need quality assurance check. And once that's done, a house could be moved to the next status, which is bay complete. For example, if we right here for this house, if we are done for its quality assurance checking and everything is good, we can move it to the bay complete stage and hit submit. It'll turn green, and then it'll be ready to be moved to the next bay. So if I drag and drop it, it'll be moved to the next bay and the cycle will restart again. It'll start at the not started status stage. So, and also there's two more colors ready for shipping and delivered to customer. Mm. And so this is an explanation for what the house card says. So basically on the top line it says it tells you the online date for this house. So when did this house start uh, in the construction line? And the second one, MPL, is basically a project number for the specific house. It's a unique project number. And then here, the third line, it's a model number for the house, and the client name and the square feet. And here's a link to the ModSolid headquarters website. So this is the main page. And let's go to the sidebar. We can see the workshop page, which is the main page, is what you first see when you log in, because this is the main thing that the company is focusing on. They want to be able to keep track of things going on in the production line. And then we have houses, we have users, customers, and event logs. let's go through these one by one. So in houses, we can see all of the houses that we currently have, and we can filter them by looking at like right now we're gonna look at all the houses that are in the production line on the page that I just showed you. So these are all the houses that currently has a Bay ID. And then for houses that are canceled, right now there isn't any house that's been canceled. And now we can look at houses that are in the that's got the not started status, and for in progress, and also you can see all the houses that's currently is ready for shipping, and we can see how many houses been already delivered to customer. And you can also search house by its uh, project number, customer name, and the house model. And right now, as a normal user, I won't be able to delete any resource, or I can't add any resource either. And then let's go to the users page. So this is basically a list of all the users that we currently have. So these users could be like, the manager would definitely have a admin role, and some of the like bay workers and construction workers might be able to get like a normal user role. And again, as a normal user, I'm not able to delete any user or add any user. And then let's go to the customers. So here's a list of all of our customers right now, and it's got all of its information here. And if you click in, you can see a little bit more details of them. And again, you won't be able to add customer or delete customer as a normal user. And event logs. So basically, we have developed several types of events that we want to log as things goes on. And for example, when we acquire a new customer, we'll get a log, and when we start a new house, when we have a new house, uh, we'll get a log, and when a house starts in the production line, and when a house is completed. And also we have some actions for specific bays. So if a house starts in a specific bay, it'll log it, and if the bay work is completed, it'll log. And this filter is just to view both of these together. And then also, houses might have defects, and when a defect is created or fixed, it'll be logged. So based on this and all of these filters that we have, we're going to be able to get a lot of very useful information. For example, a very simple one would be like how many new customers we have acquired this year. So as you can see, we got 6 new customers. And then what we can also see is like how many new houses we got. That's a lot, 29 houses. And you can also look at, for example, for bay work, you can look at a specific bays. Um, for example, let's look at bay 1. And by looking at the bay work, which includes both bay work begin and bay work complete, we're able to kind of get an idea of how long the construction work usually takes inside this specific bay. And same thing that happens to defects, we can get an idea of how often would a specific bay have a house defect. For example, bay 1 had 2, Bay 2 had 0, and Bay 3 had 2, and Bay 4 had more, had 3. So by combining these different filters, we're going to be able to get a lot of very useful information. So basically now we have gone through the website, and right now we're going to log out and re-log in as admin user so that we can mimic the life cycle of a house, and that allows me to show more of this application. So for example, the first thing is we get a new customer. So we're gonna have to add a new customer. Right now we're admin, so we're gonna be able to add a customer right now. So, oh wait. So let's see. I'm gonna just say Obama, and I'm just gonna put in some random address here and some random phone number here, and we're gonna create this customer. So right now, if you look at our list, you can see Obama is here. This is the customer we just created. So once we have a customer, we're gonna be able to order a house for him. So we're gonna add a house, and we're gonna make a unique project number, and we're gonna select our customer to be Obama, and let's say this is the model number of the house that he ordered, and I'm just gonna randomly make up the square feet, and I'll submit, and this new house is being added. So if you remember the project number that I put in, so it's 1930, so we can find it here. And let's go into this house. As you can see right now, it doesn't have a bay because it's not put into the production line yet. But we already see a log, so a new house is being created for Obama, right? So now what we want to do is to put it into the construction production line. And as I said, it usually starts in bay 20. So I'm going to start it in bay 20 and submit. And we get a log that says house started. So this house has been put into the production line, and we can see it here, right? Like if this is the house we just put in. And if we click on this project number, we can go directly to this house page. And now let's start the work in here. Let's put it into in progress, and we can see that bay work begin, right? So as things goes on and the construction is done in this bay, we can put it into QA required. And at this stage, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through a checklist, and we're gonna check whatever things that's been done in this bay, and see if it's accepted or it has deficits. For example, there is deficits in here, and I'm just gonna make random check marks, and what I can do is I can save this checklist, and I can download it, and you can see it's been downloaded. And once this is downloaded, what I can do is I can upload this document into the house specific documents. So I'm gonna add this right in here, and I'm gonna say defect in bay 20, or checklist for bay 20, I guess. Okay, and I'm gonna QC list defect found, I guess, and I add this document. And if we look at it, and here's the document, and there's the PDF preview of it. And what we also need to do is to create a defect. So some roofing defect found in Bay 20. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm just gonna copy paste this. And it is for Bay 20, and then I'm gonna add an image. Let's just gonna add a random image to it, and I'll add this defect. So right now, if you go to the defect here, you can see it, and also you can see a defect is created for this bay. And people are gonna go ahead and try to fix this defect. So we can put it into the status in progress, right? And then it's being fixed. And then once it's fixed, we can put it into resolved, and we can update this. And once we put it into resolve, we can see we can see a defect fixed log. And once it's fixed, we can mark it as bay complete. So the bay work will be completed in bay 20, and it will be ready to be moved to the next bay. So what we can do is I just showed you how you can drag and drop from the production line layout. You can also change the bay in here. You can put it into bay 19 and submit it. You can see the status has been changed back to not started. And if you go back to the production line, you can see it's been moved to bay 19, right? And then what you will do again is we'll let this house go through the life cycle of the bay again. It'll be in progress, and then it'll be QA required, and it'll be bay complete again, right? And then it could be moved to the next one. That's how it goes through the production line. And we can see logs for bay 19 as well, right? And so I'm just gonna speed up the process. I'm just gonna say, you know, the work started and QA required. This is for bay 18. And I'm just gonna assume that all the house has gone through all the production bays, and I'm gonna say it's ready for shipping. So once I click this button, it'll have a house complete log. Once it's ready for shipping, this house is completed. So, and you will see it'll be moved out of the production line. And then I think we had Obama, right? So we can find this house, and once it's received by the customer, we can mark it as received by the customer. And all of these logs for this house is already added to our event logs. So for example, if I just go for 1930, right, like we can see these logs here. And so this is the complete life cycle of a house, and I'm just gonna demonstrate how you can also add users, right? And you can make up like maybe Obama, I don't know. I'm just gonna make random names and some random email, and in some random password. And I'm gonna select a row for it, and I'm just gonna make it a normal user right now, and I'll submit, and you can see this new user has been added. But I'm gonna delete this user right now. Okay. So yeah, that's everything for the project. Thanks.